I woke up this morning with a little bit of pep in my step, some wiggle in my walk, some juice in my caboose. That one's nasty, let's not use that one. The timing happens to be just before a string of holidays known for overindulgence and notorious for knocking me off track, but I don't know why. A switch has flipped from apathetic to hopeful, and we are gonna duct tape that motherfucker to the wall so it doesn't go back to the apathy, because it is high time that I get my groove back. Now you may be wondering to yourself, B, why are you sitting here in your skivvies coming at us with that much energy right now? Well, it's because I have to take some before pictures, measure my giblets, and weigh in all the expense of Stevie, who's sleeping in at the weekend, but the only blank wall in the house happens to be in the bedroom. That has decent lighting anyway. So we're all gonna have to make some sacrifices today. But it's like 9:30, so he should be fine. I am a little bit apprehensive to waste this momentum, because if you don't get going, it kind of just doesn't go, you know? So I want to get that baseline data in. Haven't done that in a long time. Don't really know where I'm at, but it'll just be nice to see like where we're starting, and I like seeing that change in various forms. It just gives you that little hit of dopamine, you know what I mean? Stevie, I don't know if you heard me talking to myself in the other room, but I've come to disturb your slumber by taking pictures of myself in my underwear. He glaring at me. Cover your eyes, I need to open the windows for some lighting. Cover your little peepers. I'm sorry. Okay, we gotta settle this up. Come here, little buddy. You want Charles? Be your friend? Here you go. Charles. Never did this in front of another person before. Okay, is it recording? I'm not really sure about this measurement, which is shoulders. I'm doing several points on my belly because that's like my biggest problem area. So I'm doing like under the bust, natural waist, belly button, fattest part of the belly, and then butt, just so you know. And I don't think that I do measurements like the way that you're supposed to, but if you're just consistent and do what works for you, then it's fine. Okay, it's the afternoon now. Got a little bit caught up helping my mom and stepdad move a freezer from my grandma's house to their house, and the flow got disrupted. But here we are in the garage gym. I am about to start a co-pilot workout. I have not gotten to one in a bit because of the back injury, but I came in here and I had forgot that I had gotten a new piece of gym equipment before my back went out. And the remnants of that experience are still here. So I'm gonna have to take this box out of there, but also I'll show you like the new thing that I got. Okay, so this thing is awesome because, hold on, let me get my ass in here. So this machine is called a Teeter Dexy, and basically you could just it's kind of like a milder version of an inversion table. You know, instead of like flipping all the way upside down, you're just like falling over at the hip point like this, and like feeling your back. I can't talk upside down. It's just like decompressing your spine. But also, what I like about this is you could do, I think I need to like adjust it better to where it like fits my body, but like these things. Back extension? Is that what that is? I don't know. I'm sure Grace, who's my co-pilot coach, will have like all kinds of different things that will be available on here. Like that's also the good thing. Is anytime I upgrade my gym equipment or like have less equipment available, I just let her know my situation and she makes the workout for me. So I don't even gotta really think about it, and she helps with like proper form and whatever else. So good job, co-pilot, and being you. But for now, let's move this thing out of the way and we'll actually do a co-pilot workout. Feels good to sweat, feels good to be back in it. I was struggling. I don't know if it's just because I haven't done anything other than like walking in a while because of the back injury, or the fact that I ate before I worked out, which I don't normally do because it makes me feel bogged down and slow and just like I'm gonna throw up. I was definitely struggling, but I feel good now, so that's all that matters. All right, I guess I'm finally ready to shower and get ready for the day, even though it's afternoon. My Instacart order just came. I got a metric shit ton of fruit and veg. And I am going to take the time to do something that I call mild meal prep. Now, this probably isn't a new concept. Someone has probably come up with it before, but the idea is not to like fully meal prep. It's like just to prepare some of the ingredients ahead of time so you don't have to sit there and like plan the meal, you know what I mean? But like if I sit here and I have chopped up onions already, I'm more likely to throw those in a pan. If I have that stuff on hand, it just takes a little bit of the work out ahead of time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And also, if things are cleaned and cut and ready to go, it just makes you more likely to eat them. I would eventually like to get to the point where I'm at least planning dinners. And then if I like cut bell pepper or chicken or something ahead of time and have it ready to go in the orientation that it is needed for the recipe, then that would be great. But we're just gonna do what we can at this point. So let's get to cleaning and prepping. I feel like I have been chopping for hours. Because I have been. It's admittedly a little bit much, what I just did. I don't know necessarily if it's something that I'm going to stick to. I guess we'll see how much time it saves me in the week. And if it was worth the marathon of cutting I just did. Time will tell. But on a side note, when you order your groceries and have someone else shop for you, you're at the mercy of that person's produce picking abilities. And sometimes you get someone who is like fantastic. Like they know how to pick a watermelon, how to pick a cantaloupe. You know, they pick everything that's fresh and ready to go. Like they care, you know what I mean? And other times you get someone who seems like they were trying to find the most rotted piece of fruit on the shelf. This person wasn't that bad, but they did make a couple of questionable decisions as far as produce goes. But that made picking what to have for dinner easy because that broccoli is about to turn bad. So it has to be eaten pretty much immediately. So I am going to make some kind of Asian style like beef and broccoli thing. I used to make it a lot and that recipe got lost. No idea where it went. I think I just like committed it to memory and then didn't revisit it, which is why the recipe box is a good idea, but now I found a recipe that I think is similar. So I'm going to try that one out, and if it ends up tasting like how I remembered, that's going in the box. So many recipes tried and forgotten, lost to the ethers of the internet. I'm honestly not super hungry because I have been sampling a menagerie of vegetables, like probably a whole salad's worth. Like, because I was cutting them, you gotta taste them as well, I guess. I don't know. So maybe that's an upside too on prep days, volumetric eating. Hello and welcome to the office floor. If you hear a menagerie of guinea pigs in the background, that's because there is a menagerie of guinea pigs in the background. I half started organizing my office because it is always a cluttered mess, then promptly gave up. I don't know how it's already 8:30 at night, but I just sat on this new rug I got and it is soft and I was just like, this is good. This is good for today. I feel like I have been going since I woke up this morning, but like looking back on the day, I'm like, what did I really accomplish? But I think in that logic lies my whole problem. Because even like one small step in the right direction would be, again, in the right direction. What we accomplished was the first step to getting our groove back. So it goes back to the not being so hard on myself thing. Just got an Amazon package, so come along with me on this journey. Surprise! It's a menagerie of watch bands. Menagerie is also the word of the day. Apparently. This is like 6 different bands that will fit my Apple Watch, and I think it was like, I want to say like $15. I'm a little bit daft because I don't know why I thought like only bands from the Apple store would fit my watch, and when I went to like go and purchase one, I was like, oh my god, why are these so expensive? Because Apple. Yeah, totally didn't think about like third party kind of stuff. So now I got all of the colors. I'm going to give some to my mom though, because she has the same kind. But these will be better for like sport-like kind of activities. And also another announcement from the office floor. I think that we are going to bring back Operation Clown Pants. Do you guys remember these bad boys? These pants that I got that did not fit, that I knew would not fit me. But I was like, these are awesome stripy pants. I want them on my body. The whole premise was just to use these as a mini goal, like something to aim toward fitting in, you know. But then I was having trouble losing weight and I never revisited Operation Clown Pants. So we are going to bring Operation Clown Pants back. It's going to be like a little short-term goal. Again, another form of measurement that is not the scale, and also there's like a little reward because I get to wear these awesome pants that probably no one else thinks is awesome. But best believe that if I could slide my snasshole right in there, I am going to be wearing these bad boys all the time. But on that notion, things that I'm going to be trying to do like a little bit more meticulously than the last stint of like on track that I had. I'm going to track my food using MyFitnessPal. I am on an SSRI and I feel like it has kind of made it a little bit more difficult for me to lose weight. I also have PCOS. So I kind of feel like I need to be a little bit more on top of things as far as like actually knowing like what I'm putting in my body. I need to actually get hydrated. That's like a big thing for me. I do not drink enough water. Like how could like anything in my body work, function properly if I'm not hydrating myself? Well, I guess that's it for this one. So I just want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you on the next one. Bye!